Hi. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. This is Devoted Heart Lauren with the Monday Awareness Upgrade. I think I should change the time to say 11-ish because I'm noticing that every week at 11 I'm not quite ready. So thanks for bearing with me. I don't know how many people are watching this live. I think more people are watching the replay anyways, so maybe it doesn't matter, or at least that's what I'm telling myself. Would love to hear your feedback, suggestions on the timing or anything else. So my offering for today is expanding into yourself. Expanding into yourself. I chose a nice little blooming flower background for the cover of this that you'll see. And I was going to call it investing in yourself. And that, I'm going to talk about that as well. But that, I don't know, that language, it felt like not the language that I was connected with. It felt like a little more masculine language, and I'm feeling like a very feminine blooming opening. So both are true. But yeah, my question for you today and this week is how can you invest in yourself? How can you really take the time to be with yourself in a way that is mindful of not only the moment, but also the big picture? So the moment is very much an investment in the big picture when we choose to take excellent care of ourselves, when we choose to think about where we're going and take meaningful steps in that direction. Then we are investing in the picture, in the big picture, in addition to just the moment. So, me making sure that I get good sleep by doing my nighttime routine, by rubbing my feet with my little lavender oil, that is a really nice investment in myself. It feels good in the moment. And also when I get good sleep, I'm able to wake up feeling very refreshed and vibrant and excited for the day, and then take meaningful action steps forward to whatever it is that I want. So how can you invest in yourself today and in this moment and in general, small and large ways? And then the idea of expansion. So when we invest in ourselves, when we take these little moments of special care and meaningful action, we are expanding into the next level. And some of the things that we do, the actions, the habits, the behaviors, they don't feel good right away. Or maybe they feel good when we're actually doing them, but the push to make yourself floss your teeth or rub your feet with lavender oil, or make a phone call that feels a little bit edgy, a little bit uncomfortable. Those things don't feel good right away. But then as we continue to invest in ourselves, it's an opportunity for expansion to the next level. So then all of a sudden the things that didn't feel comfortable or felt like a little bit of a far reach feel comfortable. The flossing teeth, actually, I've talked about this a lot of times and it's kind of funny, but that's something that I really was committed to at a certain point when I was looking at my own habits and self-care and what I wanted to add and to implement on a daily basis. And I was like, okay, this is something that will really make me feel very hygienic and make my teeth really healthy and all of that. That takes literally 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute before I go to bed. And so I would ask myself, in the moments when, I'm tired and I want to just fall into bed and not do anything, what would have me skip 1 minute of pushing through some amount of discomfort to expand into my next level? And now I do it every single day, and it's just it feels so good. It feels like so much a part of me in my practice, and it's self-fulfilling. Whenever I go to the dentist, they're complimenting me on my dental hygiene, so that feels in that a nice affirmation whenever that happens. But yeah, and there's things that all of us have accomplished in that way. So it could be something in the self-care realm, like flossing your teeth. It could be something that you've accomplished professionally, personally, whatever it is, in your home, something that started off as a seed. And this is something I like to talk about in yoga philosophy. Started off as a seed where you're like, okay, I have to plant the seed, and I have to focus on the seed, and I have to water the seed every day or every week or whatever it is. And it's a chore, it's a task. And after however much time, when you've really invested in pushing through that discomfort and breaking the pattern of avoidance or whatever it is, then it's just part of you, and the seed has sprouted this way. The seed has sprouted into a little sprout that has pushed through the earth, pushed through the surface, and is now growing up towards the sun, and it's a plant in its own right, and the seed no longer even exists. The hard shell has dissolved into the earth. So it just is, without you having to do anything about it. Okay. And so, yeah. So I would invite you, in the process of investing in yourself, of expanding into the next level, to look at the ways that you've already done that and acknowledge yourself for that. So then you see, okay, the seemingly impossible or the seemingly too hard, too much is entirely possible. And that's a practice that I have as well, is, okay, let me think about several versions of myself in the future, several expansions of myself into the future. So not even the next one. Maybe the next one, things will be a little bit different, but maybe like 2 or 3 versions of myself in the future. It'll be like, whoa, if I look back, I can't even believe how much I've changed and how much I've grown and how much I've created a life that seemingly was not even possible or it was just out of reach. Okay. And I was reflecting yesterday with a friend that I'm currently living a life that was previously beyond my wildest dreams. Just being able to sit before you like this, being able to teach yoga, being able to lead this life in somewhat sustainable way. I'm working more and more on that as well. But yeah, I had no idea that this would be happening and that I would have bloomed so much into a version of myself that felt like a distant star. Okay. So yeah, it feels so nice to even share that. So yeah, so thinking about the possibility, and then even beyond what you perceive as a possibility, planting those little seeds, investing in yourself to take those little steps moment by moment, day by day, to move forward. So let's sit with that for a moment. If anyone has anything to share, I'd love to hear. Drop in the comments or reach out to me. Actually, before we drop in for meditation, I want to mention my Costa Rica retreat. I really want to get an idea of who is interested in coming to Costa Rica with me in September. It's going to be a great opportunity for expansion. I'm going with my dear friend, Austin Freihoff. We're going to move through the elements. And yeah, I just came back from retreat. I talked about this on the little talk I did with him as well, but I just came back from a retreat in Mexico, and dollar for dollar, like in the moment, you can't fully measure the value of unplugging, of investing in yourself, because whatever amount of money, whatever amount of time you invest in an experience like that, where you get to be totally present and nourished and cared for and be in celebration for however many days, you can't measure in that moment, or even in the immediate subsequent moments, how much that will propel you forward in your life. So if you've been thinking about, recharging, doing something for yourself, unplugging, taking some time, reach out. I'm happy to chat. And yeah, I definitely want to get an idea of who's interested this week, so I know how to move forward in a meaningful way. So that felt really relevant to say in this moment. But now let's just drop in and breathe together into this idea of expansion and investment in self. So let's take this mudra, or I'm going to take this mudra today. This is Padma Mudra, which is the lotus flower. And I have learned this mudra, my teacher taught me that this corresponds to the heart, which is how I usually think of it. I've also heard that it corresponds to the second chakra, okay, the sacral chakra, because it's blooming out of water. So that's fine, not opposed to that. But today I'm going to use it for the heart. And then we're going to bloom it into the crown. So moving from the heart to the crown, it looks like this. Okay, so first we have palms connected, fingers bloom open, but the pinkies and thumbs and wrists are connected. And then when we move from the heart to the crown, we're just going to separate the pinkies and thumbs like this. It feels expansive. It feels nice even just to do that. So the heart, I think of more as individual love, expanding into individual, or not individual, but like relational love. So from individual to individual, I should say. And then when we bloom open into the crown, it's cosmic love. It's completely non-specific. It's the interconnected nature of the universe. It's God, it's oneness, it's all of these really vast things that we can plug into that have within them relational love and individual stuff and details and all of the stuff that's in this big soup that we're in. But it's all one. It's all, everything's moving through everything. So we'll start with this. We'll bloom into this. So Padma Mudra. Softening the belly, closing the eyes. Widening the collarbones and drawing the shoulder blades together. So both front body and back body are wide and somewhat even. And just letting your own heart expand. You can start by thinking about your physical heart, the pumping of blood, the delivering of nourishment, nutrients throughout your body. And so that blood easily flows away and easily flows back to the heart. Allowing your own body, your physicality to be deeply nourished, invigorated with life on a physical level. And then we can think about the energetic heart. So the non-physical, the heart of who you are, the center of who you are, the permanent nature of who you are. And so that is non-specific. It's not, it exists in your body in the sense that your body is moving it around, but it's not contained by your body. The light of your heart is expansive beyond your form. You can think of the molecules, or sort of the air molecules of the heart spreading out and interacting with the air around you, with the beings around you in your circle, in your community. And what can you enact to invest in yourself and to expand into yourself today, this week? What little things can you implement to take meaningful steps in the direction of feeling more expansive more often in your body, mind, and in your connection to your heart? And then let's bloom Padma Mudra, open to, I don't think I said the name of it before, but Ananta Mudra, when you separate the pinkies and thumbs. And I think Ananta means infinite. I'll double check, and if you know, then please correct me. But blooming open, expanding into the infinite, expanding into oneness, expanding into the non-specific cosmic version of love and the divine. And so now that you're plugged into that expansive notion of the universe, sort of energy, what is possible? What is possible beyond what felt possible in a denser, more physical, more detail-oriented version of yourself? What is possible? What impossibilities are possible? How do you want to feel? What do you want your life to consist of? In what ways do you want to thrive personally, relationally, career, creatively? Expanding into the next version of yourself, but even more so into several versions of yourself in the future. And just witnessing that version of yourself with wonder and awe. Wow, it's so amazing that I was able to expand so much, experience beyond what I even thought was possible. The amount of love, the amount of prosperity, the amount of vibrant health. Expanding into yourself, several versions in the future. And if there's anything specific coming through, you can draw it down through your fingertips into the heels of your hands, down your arms, your elbows, your shoulders, into your heart center, your physical heart, your body, out to all of your limbs, your toes. Let your breath be full, let your throat open. So you're breathing all the way from the throat down to your pelvic floor, down to your genitals, down to the base of your spine. And breathing up from the base of the spine, the pelvic floor, the genitals, up to the top of the head. Let's take 3 more breaths together. Sealing the palms back together. So coming back from the non-specific to the specific, and you're both all at once, so you don't have to choose. But just centering and grounding all of that cosmic, expansive energy back into your body so you can move around with it all day. Connected both to earth and sky. Bowing your head to your heart, letting the eyes peek open. Thanks so much for joining. If you're interested in coming to Costa Rica with me, please reach out. You can, if you want me to reach out to you, I'm happy to. Just drop a little flower or palm tree, some sort of tropical fruit in the in the comments, and I'll make sure to reach out to you. And I have 1 or 2 spots available for one-on-one coaching. If you're interested in a coaching for transformation 3 or 6 month container with me, I would love to connect with you so we can create some of these steps that I was talking about to move forward powerfully and continue to vision your next level life. So glad to be with you. Have a great Monday.